great marijuana. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
That Michoacan, man, Acapulco gold, man. I even smoke that tight stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads Web Show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4:20 on a Wednesday, and you're in the Cypher with the Podheads. I'm your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank, and as always, I'm hanging with my very best buds, JB Perez.
Yeah, what's up? It's JB Perez, and you're hanging out with me and my best buds here in the Cypher once again. You already know how we do, guys. Add us at the Podheads Web Show on all the social media spot. You're probably listening to us on WJHN102jams.com, so thank you very much. But you can also find us everywhere you listen to your podcast. Got an awesome show for you guys today. Very excited. So let's get to it. C-Money, what's up, man?
Nothing, hanging out here in the studio with my best buds. And as JB said, we're kind of getting out there more, doing more of these sessions, more of these interviews, and seeing what other people out there are extraordinary at, and this is going to be an exciting episode.
Yeah.
Also, like my co-host JB said, check us out everywhere. iHeart Podcasts, Google, Apple, everywhere. It's impossible not to find us. So, Frank the Tank, what do we have today?
That's right, folks.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to get the app, WJHN102jams.com app, only for Google right now, because we can't afford Apple's bougie-ass prices. But make sure you guys get the app. Anyway, it's a great, great show, guys. We've got Cyndi Cooper and Brandee Lake from WorldScout here. Say what's up.
What's up?
Yep, they're the CEO here. Cyndi Cooper here hanging out in the Cypher with the buds. But before we get into the interview, gentlemen, shall we do this as we always do?
Yes, we shall. And if Frank the Tank hasn't explained to you guys already how this is going to go, before the show even starts, we go and partake. And I'll go first. Here you go, guys. I got my dart pod out. Again, I said it. I love my flower, but the convenience of having a pen. You can take it with you, and it doesn't smell. Super easy. Jack Hera today. So, yeah, dart potted up.
It's like smoking in the future.
Bro, I'm in year 3000 right now. Where are you?
C-Money, what you doing?
I didn't know what he was doing at first when he whipped out this little leaf-shaped thing. That is futuristic, even for me, and I'm the one with the pens, too. Ironically, you have Jack Hera. I had that last week. That's funny. But now I have a sherbet OG. Tastes like sherbet. I love sherbet. I'm a sherbet person over ice cream. So it's fantastic. Helps me sleep at night, so can't put a price on that.
Very cool.
Cyndi,
Very cool.
do you partake?
I do not, but not for any other reason other than the fact it makes me faint.
Oh, yeah, that's not
And
good.
you guys don't want to see that.
Ooh, no, definitely not. Well, we said it on the show many times. It affects everybody differently.
Right.
So, yeah, big ups to everybody who does and doesn't.
For sure. Guys, like I said, we're here to interview Cyndi Cooper and Brandee Lake from WorldScout. And what's going on here on February 7th to the 9th?
Yep.
The WorldScout Music Expo. So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Okay, geez. Well, we've got the WorldScout Music Expo, which is a 2.5-day music conference. We're bringing in 40 industry pros from LA, New York, Atlanta, Miami. We've got labels. We've got major artist managers. We've got music publishers. We've got Grammy-winning and Grammy-nominated producers all coming in to look for new talent and to teach them.
Okay, so I saw that on the website. So you've got like seminars, things like that?
We do. We have a whole day of seminars and speakers. Our keynote speaker is Scott Storch.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Scott Storch has been around.
He has, right?
He's worked with everybody, 50 Cent,
Fat Joe.
Beyonce.
I mean, the list goes on. He's an 8-time Grammy winner. And so, yeah, he's got it going on. A bunch of new hits. He had a few platinum hits this year, too. So you guys are going to see a lot coming from Scott Storch in the future.
I think as a producer, he's kind of been a household name in the hip-hop community for a while.
Yeah.
And he doesn't only do hip-hop. But that's, I'm sure he's got a wealth of knowledge, and just being able to go to the event and hear the man speak might be worth attending.
Right.
But that's not what it's all about, right? It's really about getting discovered, right?
It is. Well, it's about elevating your indie career, learning some things that can help grow your fan base, just tweaks in that nature, but then also how to prepare for signing with a label, things that you need to know about contracts and what to look for in a manager. We're covering all bases.
That's such a good point, because I was talking to some friends about how some kids, they don't get taught what really matters. Like, everybody wants to dream about being a superstar, but they don't think about the money situation, like how you're gonna handle all that money or that fame. So you're saying that they're gonna talk about those kinds
for
of
sure,
things?
yeah. We're going to talk about what to look for in contracts and how to be careful, because sometimes when you're presented with the first big thing, you have no idea what you're about to sign away.
You're so excited. Yeah, I'll sign right away.
Exactly. Right. And there's even people talking about how to monetize in the music industry and all the different ways, because a lot of people don't necessarily know you make more money touring or in merchandising than you do, on your streams and stuff. So there's a lot to know.
Yeah, music sales has shifted, right, as in the last decade or so. It used to be you made your money off record sales.
Right.
Maybe tour once a year, twice a year, but your money was on, going platinum, whatnot. And nowadays, most of these people are putting their music out free, essentially. Most people are listening to their music free, and you've got to tour. That's what you hear from everybody. You got to tour to make money.
Right.
But you always hear about the old bands or the rapper or somebody who signed the first record deal and got totally, hosed by. So it's good that you guys are thinking about that aspect.
No, we're bringing in a major entertainment attorney in the music industry from New York.
Oh wow.
We've got Mark Cheatham from CAA, who's the touring agent, I should say, for Cardi B, Justin Bieber.
Wow.
So we have major players that are going to be here. It's the real deal.
Awesome. And so, what kind of people do you recommend coming to this event? You know what I mean? Who is this for, really?
That's a pretty wide gamut, to be perfectly honest. It was originally created for indie artists looking to go the next step, which is, of course, the main crux of it. But we've also added the ability that music lovers and managers and promoters and people on that other side of the industry can come without the audition factor and just come to the seminars and the speakers and to partake in the whole experience. It's really a weekend immersion in the music industry.
Nice.
And I'd like to say that we also, have it so that we have some evening events. So if there are music lovers that are local, they get to come out also, even if they're not part of the whole seminar or the expo. We have the WorldScout Music Experience, and that's open to the public on Saturday night.
WorldScout Music Experience, what can people look forward to at this experience?
At the WorldScout Music Experience, we'll have a beat battle, and there'll be appearances by DJ Nasty and Ricky Padilla. And there'll be celebrity producers going at it in a friendly competition. Mike Zombie, J.E., Jason Coco Bridges, and Fresh Air. And then we'll have the Rising Star Showcase also. And there'll be lots of artists there for people to hear. And they'll be judged by celebrity judges.
Wow. That one night sounds like a blast, but you got a whole weekend of events.
That's a little snippet of it. And those tickets will actually be available on Eventbrite.
And where can people go? Eventbrite? What are they searching for?
For the expo itself, they need to go to our website, which is worldscout.me. Just remember that the ME stands for Music Expo, so worldscout.me. But if it's just for the
music
beat battle and the whole music experience on Saturday night, that's going to be Eventbrite. And look up WorldScout.
Nice. Yeah, honestly, just Google WorldScout. The first thing that comes up is their company and the expo. I did it myself, and real easy. All the information is online. So,
I was worried about the price because I was looking at these prices and I was like, man, this is a lot. But already I'm convinced that you're already getting what you're paying for, and then some, right?
Right.
You said musicians. We know Scott Storch is in the hip hop game. Is this kind of trended towards the hip hop genre, or is this open to musicians for the
It's open to musicians for sure.
No matter the genre.
It's all genres. You're right. Scott Storch is maybe leaning that direction quite a bit, but he's our keynote speaker, and we have so many other things. But we have a multitude of labels, and most of them scout for more than one type of music.
Nice. Have you done? Is this the first Because this is the first time I've heard of the WorldScout Music Expo. But is
Yeah.
this the first one you guys thrown here?
The WorldScout Music Expo, this is our premier event. And so it's a
Nice.
super big deal that we're doing it in Orlando, because Orlando's going to go down in World Scout history. We plan to be global. This is not just going to be a domestic type of event. We will ultimately head to other parts of the world. So this is a really big deal, though, to us that we're coming here and kicking it all off right here in this beautiful city.
Awesome. Yeah, Orlando's a great place for music. You've heard about a lot of bands. I think either NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys, one of these guys came out of here. It's really slept on in terms of music. There's a lot of good underground talent. We've worked with a lot of guys ourselves. So it would be nice to see, who turns up and what opportunities people can find there.
Yeah, I'm absolutely certain that there will be people that are discovered and move on to a whole new level in their music.
And it's also about the collaboration, right? You said that the Orlando music scene is great, but sometimes in your own local community, you don't even know what other greatness is right there with you. So as much as the seminar and education, it's about networking even amongst your own, not just amongst the VIPs, because you could get up with a duo, and then the next time it might be you two together that have a collaboration that's the next big hit.
Yeah, that's a good point, Brandee, because we find today, we always talk about on the show how social media and technology has divided people so much. So it's good to see something like this, an event that's going to be bringing people together for something like music, especially in the industry-wise, because you don't see that a lot. We were looking at Eventbrite. You see tons of different events happening for cannabis events or medical events, all types of things, but an actual music expo where instead of just trying to get people's money to put on a concert, you're actually trying to help people be discovered, learn things, get educated, whatever. So definitely put one in the air for everybody here at WorldScout.
Gladly. I'm going to go ahead and take a hit of this, go to break, because I'm already excited. We got Cyndi Cooper and Brandee Lake here on the Potheads Web Show. We're getting excited already. We're getting a lot of information and so much more. So stay with us. We'll be right back, y'all. It's the Potheads.
What's up, guys? It's JB Press from the Potheads Web Show. I'm sorry to interrupt your regularly scheduled program here, but we got some more information from WorldScout. They're telling us right now, if you email them info@worldscout.me and you drop our name, the Potheads, you might have a chance to get your registration fee paid. That's over $250 value. So if you're a fan, get on there, info.worldscout.me. Also, buds, it gets even better. They have a buy now, pay later feature. You can get your registration, get your tickets today, right now, and pay it later, 4 weeks, 6 months, even a year. As long as you make a minimum deposit, you're good to go. Listen, worldscout.me. They're legit. They're the real deal. And if you're a musician anywhere and you can get to Orlando, Florida, February 8th and 9th, be there.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
The Type Beer Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. The Type Beer Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered a solution. The Cosmetic Surgery Place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
The Podheads Web Show presents Pioneers in Pot.
Jack Herer. A head shop owner early in his career, Jack Herer is widely known for his efforts to decriminalize cannabis and expand the use of hemp for industrial use. Made popular by the success of his best-selling book, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, a compilation of facts and figures surrounding cannabis as it relates to culture, commerce, and politics, Herer has been an influential figure in the legal cannabis movement since 1985. As an activist, he argued that cannabis should be legalized and taught how hemp could be used as a renewable source of fuel. Much of his work continues to be cited in cannabis rescheduling and legalization efforts today. There's also a pretty good strain named after him that is popular to date. Put one in the air for Jack Herer, a true pioneer in pot.
And you're back with the Podheads with a special edition here, a session, if you will, to continue the conversation where we left off. It can be overwhelming, I would imagine, to be a new artist. I mean, we can relate. I consider us artists of sorts. We may not be able to sing, but I think we can handle a damn near interesting conversation, and that's a talent in and of itself. But enough bragging on my own and our behalf. Seriously, though, it's probably overwhelming for a new artist if they want to get their name out there. And like you said, especially if you're young, let's say you're 18 years old, you're on your own, you're an adult, and sky's the limit. But if you're hanging out with creeps or talking to creeps out there, creepy agents, managers, whatever, that just want to take advantage of you, steal your money, I'm thankful things like this exist. So I'm just curious why you guys started, what influenced you to go down this path and want to help others live their dream, if you will, not to be cliche.
No, but good question. Actually, it's because I was one of those people many years back in my hometown in Michigan, wanted to get up to the big time in a few different areas of the entertainment world and had absolutely no clue where to start. Other than like hopping on a plane and moving to New York or LA, I thought, what the heck am I going to do once I get there? So that's really where this came from. It's been something I've wanted to do for a very long time, but I've also been a talent scout and developer and manager for many, many years. So, and I've also produced over 200 of these types of conventions in the past. Not all for music, though, but this one is all about music.
So is it true what they say, like some scouts, they can look at somebody and within 30 seconds they know? What do you look for?
I make sure to not look for anything in particular because I feel like that will block it a little bit. So yes, I do think it's true that you can just know an energy or a vibe or the charisma or something just hits you. And if you trust it, if this is what you do, you're often right. But then again, sometimes you are looking for something specific. If you're working with a client, you're a label or, whomever, a manager who's looking for something in particular, you've got your eye out for that, and you just know when you strike upon it.
Sure, okay. And so are you, is it a situation where you're always looking? Like, could you be at the airport, see some guy playing a guitar and be like,
yeah, we do.
Really?
That's why Brandy's laughing right now.
We met the driver for the rental car company today, and he does some producing, has been doing it for a long time. I mean, we're always looking and willing to talk to people about it and their passion for their music.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a job.
Nice. I like that.
I got so many more questions about the event, too, but you just reminded me of a question that I have to ask before I lose it, because you said you were kind of doing that, Cyndi, back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was just considering the difference between now in the music game or in the entertainment, it seems like you have to already be famous. You already have to have a following before you kind of get paid for it, right? While then, back in the day, you got onto a plane in LA and hope for the best kind of thing. Like, am I right in saying that, or what's
I mean,
your
a little bit. All of those scenarios still exist, but this is such a great time to be an indie artist. There's so much that you can do without a label. And there are people who are choosing to just stay that way because they're building such a huge base and making a good living for themselves, or they're trying to get to a certain point and then they've got a little more leverage and a little more to negotiate with and keep a piece of the pie when they do sign.
And then I'd say, like, part of the reason WorldScout Music Expo is here and coming to your area is so you don't have to get on the plane and hope for the best in LA or New York. These A&R and producers and everything are coming right here to you, and you have the chance to audition. So it's not a guessing game. You know that the people who are looking you're going to have your shot in front of them.
And they're in the mood for it. I mean, like, they are coming for that. They're here to find new people. They're totally open to it. They're not tired running to the grocery store, wanting to leave their office at 4 o'clock, and darn it, they have another appointment in 15 minutes and all that stuff. They're primed. They're ready. They're clear-headed. It's what the whole thing is about.
Yeah, how many times have you heard the story of the guy who flies out to L.A. or to Atlanta or whatever, just trying to give his demo to the producer, you know what I mean? And how much money, time, energy they spend, and the what they have to go through just for some of these guys to toss it.
No, for sure. We actually have this conversation a lot because in LA, there's an artist at every 7-Eleven parking lot. Yeah. And they're actually not giving away. They're trying to sell their CDs for $5. But they're hoping it gets in the right hands. And the chances of that happening are really, really pretty slim. So this is, come and give it to 40 people who are looking for this right now and will listen to it. Actually, it's not even that. It's stand up and do it in front of them so they are listening, period.
There is a competition, right? You actually, you're going to be able to have an opportunity to stand in front of judges and showcase your stuff, right? It's not just education and marketing,
well,
right?
True, but it isn't a competition. No one's winning over another person, right? It's showcase yourself, and any one of you participants, I will say, or artists, have the chance to get a callback sit-down interview with any one of the 40 pros that we've got there. So.
And in the evening, there is a little bit of a competition.
Right, we'll talk about that one for sure, yeah.
So walk us through this, okay? I'm an artist, and I wanna get on the show and get discovered. How A through Z, from the point where you sign up online to where you're talking to somebody to sign a contract. What does that look like?
From signing up online to come to the expo to when they get
to basically, how does it look when you do get a call back? Then what happens? And, best case scenario.
Best case scenario is that you hook up with an A&R person who's like, man, you are it, and we need to work with you. And then they're going to do something in terms of making arrangements for that, or call you when once they get back to their offices, and they could potentially bring people out and go the next steps and have you interview with other people or whatever the term is, and or it can all be, let's do a few things while you're still in Orlando. But things can move quick. Things can happen overnight. I mean, we all know that's a factor. It can happen overnight.
And producers are always looking for collaborations also.
That's true, and that's why we have so many producers coming. We've got a whole bevy of Grammy-winning and Grammy-nominated producers because they can also take it to that next step. Do a song with you that makes it before you've even got a label.
It's the hook and the beat that get people, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you sign up online, you register for the package that you want to register, you go, and I'm assuming you get a number, you go and you perform. Now, do you just get up and perform, or if you've got, like, let's say you're in a rock band, can you just play your demo there?
You can, yeah. We've decided to give people the option that they can play with a track and then perform the vocals. They can play the whole thing on track. Because producers can also come and do this and just play their track. So we've made sure that we've opened it all up. You can even do a cappella.
Oh, nice.
And so it's like a true audition. You get time. It's like a snippet. The first round is like a snippet. You get to do a verse and a hook. And then from there, the agents or the VIPs will know, okay, that's somebody we want to talk to. They'll take down their number. And then on Sunday, we'll announce the callback.
I'm curious. You guys have witnessed this change in internet, social media, this new way of getting yourself out there, because we've heard of that stereotype way of, flying to LA, New York, and hoping to get that one audition and that big break. And nowadays it just seems like people help for that viral trend or that viral video and think that that's going to be a career maker too, in the same sense of that big break. How do you guys see, or how have you seen social media affect terms of growth and developing a platform? Or rather, if you were to see someone audition and they said, hey, by the way, I have, 700,000 followers on Instagram or something, does that kind of help,
Sure.
producers or whoever kind of go, okay, yeah, that's a huge step ahead of some of these other contestants, or like how has social media affected everything?
Well, social media is a huge part of the ballgame all the way around in the music industry these days. So it's affected it. Depends on who you're asking. Some are going to say it was super positive, like, for the indie artists especially. The old school music industry was hit pretty hard by this for a while. But I think they figured it out. I think that the system is getting kind of smoothed out, and everybody, has a little place in the game. But it does not hurt. But it absolutely is not imperative that somebody has a huge following in order to get a label.
Yeah, it's all about talent.
And
they said you could a cappella. So if you don't know how to play an instrument, or if
you don't have your music recorded,
or don't have it recorded, if you know how, you can just sing.
Yep, or rap. Yep,
nice.
Or play your produced track.
Look at that.
Yes.
So if you just do beats, there you go. So I wanted to ask about that. Has social media, what do you say to the person that says, I don't need an expo, I'm just going to put all my music on social media? I mean, social media is extremely competitive.
Yeah.
But has that hurt you guys in a sense? Or?
No, and has so much to offer in terms of knowledge and nuggets coming from the pros. We've got people who are literally there telling their own story, their journey into the industry and how they got to where they are today, and also how to go about doing it yourself with their own background. And there are specifics, like I said, things on maybe the anatomy of songwriting and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff that you can learn, and networking with other people in the music industry, in the local music community, I should say. And this isn't just Orlando. Even though we're based here, we've marketed all over Florida, Atlanta, and there's people flying in from other states. So this is not just all about Central Florida.
Nice. Yeah, so it's not just about getting discovered. It's if you're into the music industry, if you're serious about it, or you're just a fan, the WorldScout Music Expo is for you.
And we have seminars about branding yourself and monetizing. So for all those indie people who want to get more hits on YouTube or TikTok or streaming, we're going to help you learn how to do those things.
Yeah, let me tell you one. Is there time for me to tell one little thing real quick, or do you want to wait till the...
let's take us a break here in a second. Well, we've got about a minute. If you I don't want to rush you,
let's tell it.
Let's not rush you, Cyndi. You know what? Let's take it a break, Cyndi. I don't want to rush you. Do you guys? What's your handle? What's your at? WorldScout.me, right? That's
right.
The website?
WorldScout.me, and on Instagram, it's the same thing. WorldScout.me.
Nice. So get on Instagram right now and follow them, folks. The event is only going to be in a few days, so make sure you get on the website right now, WorldScout.me, and look for them on social media. Give them a follow. Register today. And if you want to learn about music or you want to be discovered, you need to be here. It's this weekend, guys, so make sure you're out there. All right, we'll be right back with more from WorldScout.
Yeah.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. See David Smith Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help people.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
The Type Beard Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SpotChannelUS.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at OakRidgeGunRange.com.
All right, you're back in the Cypher with the Podheads at the Podheads Web Show. #We Wednesdays. Guys, we're here with World Scout bosses, Cyndi and Brandee, telling us about the World Scout Music Expo. Happened February 7th, 8th, and 9th, basically. And yeah, let's get right back to it, Cyndi. I know you wanted to say something before we went to break, so please take the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I do. I wanted to let you guys know that when it comes to trying to help the indie artists elevate their fan base, we've got this cool whiz kid, 21-year-old Jacob Pace coming, who is the CEO of Flight House, which is they create content for social media, right? Wow. And they're best known on TikTok. This cat gets 2 billion hits per month on the Flight House.
With a B
profile.
Billion?
2 billion.
Holy wow.
Right? So he's coming to show
21.
everybody, how he does it.
Nice.
That's pretty awesome.
There you go. Another thing you're getting from the Music Expo is not just come here, try out, and hope for the best. And I just wanted to make one more point before I give it to you guys, because we've been talking about it all show about money and traveling and trying, your chances. And, you may look at the prices and to the tickets to the Music Expo, and you may think, damn, it seems like a lot. But if you take into account the time, effort, travel, CD, this, that, and the third, to just maybe have a very small chance of somebody picking you up versus here at the Music Expo, you got 40 plus literally paying attention just to you.
Right.
I mean, just to me, it's super obvious. I'm excited, and I'm not even going to go and try out or anything. So big ups to you, Cyndi, for what you're doing. I'm going to put one up in the air for you, definitely.
Thank you. Yeah, it is really a great value if you look into it. And when you come and experience it, I know people are going to just be crazy about it. And we're so looking forward to having the music community show up and show out.
Information seems like it's also a big part of this thing. So a lot of people come into this, like JB said, it may seem like a lot of money, but I feel like information is priceless. And people that are, quote, better, and I hate using that word, at it than you, or let's just say farther ahead in the game than you are, knowledge is really, you can't put a price on knowledge. And people need to understand, especially ones that are hell-bent on social media, and let's face it, most of the new generation is hell-bent on social media, and that's priority to them. I mean, we just heard it. Someone with billions of views is going to be at this event. I don't know about you guys, but we know how much money you can make with 100,000 followers. Billions of views? I don't know what kind of money that's insane.
I think he's retiring at 21.
Information, listeners. It's not just the chance of being discovered and a big break, things like that. Yeah, that's phenomenal, but information also if you're going to walk away from this with anything. So the price is kind of,
Yeah, and the truth is, talent may be innate, but you still have to teach yourself and elevate your career. And just like any entrepreneur, you have to put money into it to make money. I mean, you have to invest in yourself. It's just the name of the game. And one way or the other, yeah, you're right. One of you just brought up the point of how expensive it is to actually go and fly over to all these places, pay for the hotel, pay for the flights, the food, the time, whatever. Exactly. But more importantly, you're not going to get in the door and sit in front of these people to stare at you. It is not going to happen. Yep. Not from multiple labels from all over the place. So that was our goal, was to bring them together, to put them in one room, and we did it. And I'm really excited for the artists to come out and experience this.
What's that got to be like, communicating with so many different personalities,
right?
And big personalities, because we're talking about millionaires, we're talking about people who have won Grammys, like really important people. That's got to be, you got to have some stories in itself.
I have to say, especially I haven't even really thought about it too much, because everyone has been so cool. Really? I mean, there's some little things here and there type of thing, but for the most part, for how many people that we're dealing with, and for all the moving parts that we have going on, People have just been really cool, and they're into this. I mean, sometimes I wonder if they're not more excited about it than some of the artists.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah,
like, they love the
into
idea.
it.
Like, they love the concept. They're just so excited to see people get a chance. And like Cyndi said, they're coming because they want to hear people. They're coming excited about it. It's not catching them when they're trying to eat dinner or do whatever with their family, trying to hand them a CD. They are here for this, and they are excited. And they're excited about seeing each other. You know, sometimes people may have worked with people in the past, but just the way business goes and life goes, you haven't seen each other in a long time. And a lot of them are kind of looking forward to getting together. They're like, wait, are you going? Oh, are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Who's going to be there?
Right.
Okay, wait, I want to be there. So,
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, the entertainment industry in itself, you said you've been working in this industry for quite some time.
Overall, in the talent industry, yes, for models, actors, music, so forth. And I do want to point out that I have a great team. This is not just me, and it wasn't just me pulling in any of these people. We've all brought in some people. I do have a director of A&R, Rob Burrell, who is fantastic and kicked the ball off, and brought in Scott Storch and Steve Lobel, which really put us on the map right from the get-go. That was the credibility we needed to be able to go and get everybody else on.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. So
I
and
mean,
then I've got
everybody knows
Brandee and
Scott
Al
Storch.
Jones, who's VP, and everybody has really, I would say they've all turned their lives into WorldScout for the past 5 months to make this happen.
Wow.
So I'm really appreciative.
A lot of moving pieces. It takes a lot of collaboration to make something like this happen. What inspired you? What made you say this is what I want to do? Because like I said, we haven't heard of something like this. This is the first time you're doing it. First, I think, event of its kind here in Central Florida, at least. And so, you know, what made you think of this?
It came to me, actually, and I would have to say it was many, many, many years ago, even the name and everything. So I'm talking multiple years ago. I bought the URL, I think 18 years ago.
Wow, that's good thinking right there. You don't want to know
You have a good idea there. Let me tell you, that's my big tip. You got a good idea, buy the URL, even if it's just sitting there in your GoDaddy account for 20 years. But no, it started to come to me, and I actually almost lost my friends and family for a while because of how crazed I was over getting this idea out of my head. And I bought those big, giant Post-it notes. Have you ever seen them? They're like 24 by 24 inch Post-it notes, literally. And I put them all over my walls, and got a big marker and just went to town and mapped out the whole thing. And once I had it where I wanted it, I put it into the computer digitally, put the whole business plan together, and tucked it away. And then every couple of years, I tweaked it. I would elevate it to meet today's technology and the things that the digital world offered for the music industry, and just kind of kept building it. There was a few times where I thought maybe now's the time, not the time, and I just waited. I waited until the time was right, and I knew in 2019 after New Year that it was going to be the year. I had no reason to think that, but I just knew, and it came together, and it's coming together fantastically. So super excited.
I'm excited. I don't even know what to ask. I'm here thinking, what else can I ask? I'm excited about it. Like, it's the concept. I heard Brandee say it. It's like the concept of the idea. It's not, I don't want to use these words for another, a money grab by an owner or nothing. Like, you guys are really trying to help people in your industry.
No, we really are.
Trying to get paid.
Yep, that's the motivation.
All of us have had a dedication to helping talent for a long time make it. I mean, you, me, Al, we've all been in the scouting thing for a long time. Rob is also a musician.
Yep.
Loves to see other musicians thrive. So I think it's just part of our being.
Nice. Yeah, so let's talk about the event, because we want everybody to know what to expect. Let's go over the schedule, right? It's a Friday through Sunday, right? The 7th through the 9th?
Yeah, it's Saturday and Sunday for the regular participants. If you get the VIP package, then there's something Friday night that is a meet and greet with select A&R and some celebrity influencers and some other local music industry people and others that will be there. And I think we're having
private performance as well.
A private performance, right? Some curated artists that we're bringing in. That's a really cool experience. And then, so other than that, it's Saturday from 9 a.m. until Sunday at approximately 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just nonstop action here. That's awesome. So it's definitely worth it if you want to get some extra face time. Check out the VIP packages. That's pretty cool. So what I'm gathering though is it takes a lot of things to make something like this happen. WorldScout, and I think global. It sounds like a global. I mean, I can't even imagine what kind of things have to happen behind the scenes to get this all going. So you said you gave a lot of props to your team, but you're flying in. I would imagine you got different people flying in for this event.
I do.
Global, right?
I do, and I also want to give props to my my founding partners, actually, Avi and Eddie, who are really a huge, massive part of this. Even though they're not here with us yet until the weekend of the event. But if it weren't for them, this wouldn't be happening whatsoever either. And then, thanks to Instagram, I meet really cool as heck people like V over here from Bagels and Shade, who just spilled her water all down her boots. But no, V's been really super instrumental in hooking us up with people like you and others, in the area. So we are super
And talking
hooked
about
up.
logistics of putting on a good event, I want to give a shout out to OptiView Entertainment.
Yes.
This is going to be first class people. This is not just a little mom and pop thing. This is going to be a full production.
Yeah,
and
we got a
full
show.
performances. So thanks for. I wanted to give a shout out to OptiView as well.
That's awesome. So high quality stuff here. You get to go on and kind of put up the show that you want to put on. So definitely, I've seen what OptiView can do. I've checked out the website. Everything looks really awesome. And personally, I can't wait to see it. The Potheads will be there. We'll be getting some more video. Hopefully, doing some live stuff from you. Hopefully, getting some on the spot interviews for you guys.
Yeah, I hope so.
And that'll be really fun. We got about a minute, guys. You got another question real quick or anything?
Cindy.
Before? We got about 2 minutes.
I got one. Cindy, am I reading this right? One of the VIP tickets includes like a VIP party. What's that about? Like, can I eat down? Like,
So that's Friday night. That's the VIP meet and greet. That's where Cindy talked about where there's going to be the influencers, A&R, and the performances there. So you'll get that more intimate experience and time with them. And then the VIP attendees do get the chance to be chosen to also perform on that Saturday night music experience, which is open to the public.
Wow.
And those attendees will be judged.
And the after parties, too.
And then the after parties, yes. There are after parties. The kickoff party is Friday night at Celine. And the official after party on Saturday night is at Club Eve.
Wow.
Okay, we'll definitely have all that information for all our listeners out there, for sure. Make sure you get your VIP tickets first, of course. I'm looking at the clock. I know we got to go to break, guys. Let's get out of here real quick. We got one more segment here with Cyndi here at WorldScout Music Expo. At the Potheads Web Show, we say it every time. Get at us. We'll have all this information out for you if you're interested. We're going to be blasting it up and down social media. Thanks again, Cyndi and Brandee, and everybody for sticking with us. We'll be right back, y'all. It's the Potheads.
What's up, guys? It's JB Press from the Potheads Web Show. I'm sorry to interrupt your regularly scheduled program here, but we got some more information from WorldScout. They're telling us right now, if you email them info@worldscout.me and you drop our name, the Potheads, you might have a chance to get your registration fee paid. That's over $250 value. info.worldscout.me. Also, but they have a buy now, pay later feature. You can get your registration, get your tickets today, right now, and pay it later, 4 weeks, 6 months, even a year. As long as you make a minimum deposit, you're good to go. WorldScout.me. They're legit. They're the real deal. And if you're a musician anywhere and you can get to Orlando, Florida,
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. The Type View Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. The Tribia Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now to get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for sticking with us. Don't forget to find us on social media at the Podheads Web Show. And look for that app, WJHM 102 Jams, every Wednesday here on the station, #Weed Wednesdays. Anyway, we're back here in the studio, and we got some extra guests here with us. But before we introduce them, we wanted to get out some really good information about the event. I understand, this just blew my mind during the break, that you get a free room with the VIP package?
You do. Yep. Saturday night, free room.
And this is at the Wyndham International, by the way. It's on International Drive at the Wyndham Orlando. It's a beautiful hotel. The VIP package is pretty much paying for the room in itself. So that's a big value there.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we're hoping for.
Also, you guys do payment plans on these tickets?
We do. We just added that feature this week, actually. If you go on the website and click the Buy Now, Pay Later button, it will take you to an area that allows you to purchase it through a company called Klarna. And you've got a few options. You can do 4 payments on your debit card, like 4 weeks in a row. And you can also finance it for like 6 months or 12 months if you were to so desire. Wow. But the 4 weeks on a debit card is a no credit check. The other one might do that, but it's a great way to get a whole bevy of small payments and still make it to the event.
Yep, and then if you just want to put a deposit, I know the event's not far away, but you could also do the pay now or the buy the tickets now and pay the $195 deposit, and then just before the event, pay it off.
Look at that. So multiple options. Really no scenario in which you can't find a reason to come if this is in your wheelhouse. I mean, if you want to be around executives, if you want to learn, if you're serious about a career in music or just music in general, there's really no excuse not to be there. I mean, no credit check payment plans. To
me, it just proves that WorldStar is here to get people out here. Like, you guys are here to get artists found. And if that's what you are, an artist, and you want to get found, I think that's a good word. When I get found, you need to be here. Put yourself on a damn payment plan and get your ass there, for real.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of artists and being found, we're here in the Cypher. We got some special guests here in the Cypher performing at the WorldScout Music Expo. We've got a couple people here. Big Estate and Dre Ben Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
What up?
They're here in the studio with us, also with Joseph from 360 OptiView. And this is the brain behind a lot of the visual effects that you've seen him. The Reflection Show online is pretty cool, and he's involved in the production of this as well. So, Big Estate, Dre, talk to us a little bit about your music. Tell everybody what they can expect when you guys take the stage at the WorldScout Music Expo.
Well, I know, for one, we just did a single release party a few days ago, so we're definitely going to be performing that song. We just came from Cancun, and we performed in a new song. It's called Actions.
The interesting thing about Actions, that's the first song that's been sponsored by a $2.5 million dating app, Cyndi. So we are the first R&B and hip-hop artist to ever be sponsored by a dating app called Cyndi. So,
African American.
And we sold out 2 times in Mexico too together. This was our second and third time performing together. The first time was at Teresa Roma's mansion with Lexi Pantera, and OptiView actually shot that with perfect. It was perfect shots. I looked more beautiful than I actually did.
Yeah, I saw that online.
Shout out to OptiView for that. 360, right?
Yeah.
So sold out twice in Mexico. The app, what's the name of the app again? Send app.
Yeah. It funnels out all of the extra stuff for other dating apps and actually get you to the match you need to be with. I actually wish I would have used it before I became, a musician. It's easy.
Nice. Yeah. That's funny. You don't need an app now.
It's a dope concept too. The concept of the app is Cynd, but it's an acronym that stands for Chivalry is Not Dead.
Okay,
I like that. Yeah, that's awesome. So you guys are sponsored by the app, and so I would imagine the music's inspired them, right? You guys do make good music. I heard your latest single. You guys were performing a little bit earlier, and I'm a fan. I like it. If you want to hear, if you want to check it out, where can they find you guys on? Where can they find your music?
Everywhere, pretty much.
You can, basically, I have a Google Knowledge Panel. You just put in BIGGA $TAT Google. You can find everything you can. I'm the all freestyle artist, so everything I do is all freestyle.
Oh, wow.
So, nice. Yeah, I come from being a homeless 10-year-old in Chicago, so to be able to share stage with Scott Storch and things like that, this is an incredible dream. So I'm looking forward to even being able to just smile with these people.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's pretty inspiring. And the fact that you do everything off the top of your head is pretty impressive as well. Not too many people can do that. Some of the greatest rappers of all time do that. And it's not easy. I just saw you snapping a few minutes ago, and I was like, damn. So just to know that that's all.
What you saw was an understatement. When I tell you this cat can go for 30 minutes freestyling, you're going to be looking like,
wow.
Like it's crazy.
Listen, it's only
we're gonna have to get some of that.
People that I'm around to be at this is the greatest person I've ever worked with. Honestly, when I got sent over actions and show off, it literally made me have to be okay, listen. I didn't care what anybody was thinking. I just didn't want to bring down the song's integrity, the skill, and that's something that because of that, that brought me to I went to the pop R&B element, but he actually helped me succeed just from seeing how great it was. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't let him put it over here. The brightness is over here.
Don't gas me up.
Shout out to V from Babies and Shay. All right. Without her, we would have never met. So,
ever.
You gotta understand the geniuses that put the ones that smell the iPods, the Steve Jobs before they smell the iPods. Those are the winners.
Yeah.
Look, right.
Shout out to V.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely put one in the air for V from Bagels and Shade. So I've learned so much from her myself. That just goes to show you there's a lot of things. By the time you get that polished product that you're buying in the store that you're following, a lot happens behind the scenes to make that happen. So you definitely got to put one in the air for everybody behind the scenes.
You have to have the right people around you. And we talk about that here on the Potheads all the time. We got to circle ourselves with people we want to be like, or people that think like us, so that we can grow and evolve and stuff like that. That's the only way. You can't do it by yourself. And just hearing you guys talk that way about each other, and Cyndi, you earlier with the people behind you, just proves it. And this event is proof positive of that. And I'm excited for it. You can tell. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah. V, what V's over here being all quiet in the cut. Usually she's the loudest person in the room. V, come on, say what's up.
Well, hello everybody. But I have to say, I cannot do what I do if it wasn't for Joseph Andrew at OptiView 360. Shout out to Joseph and the whole OptiView clan and the posse and Cyndi and Brandee. That's right. So thank you.
It's so hard for me to describe. The last time we did a round table with Joseph, we had him on the show a few months back. And it was so hard to describe. I kept having to just tell people, look, you've got to see this. You can't put into words. Talk to me about, what you got going on here.
Well, the show is one thing, and then what you experience. But then what we're going to do at the event is another, just because of the time being very tight. We don't have the time to spend $40 to $100 on what's going to be done for each track, but it'll still be good because we'll do screens, the sound, things like that to really make it have a more of a dynamic feel with also some DMX lights. But again, because we haven't had, the short notice, there's not time to really do a ton of things, but enough to definitely give it a real good first impression. You know?
You know, I remember seeing Joe's show or before, and what I like about his work is that you said that you do everything, and because you do everything, it really comes together, like really sets an experience up for whatever it is that you're doing. So again, I'm just being excited, bro. Put one up in the air for
And
you.
that's what, and you know what, we're recording. Just to mention, we're recording out of the studio, out of OptiView 360. And I mean, this thing, it's a production behind me. You know, there's video you'll see online, but there's all kinds of, I don't even know what to call it because I don't know, but it looks like scaffolding and pipes and lights, and so this stuff is mobile. It's not bad for you to pack this stuff up and do it.
Yeah. We got all the cases over there, OptiView cases to move it around, but it is a challenge to move. You know, it's not easy. There's a lot of electrical and data, and just it's very complex. You know, very complex setup.
Absolutely.
He says he doesn't have enough time, but I've seen what his quote-unquote not enough time was for the first time today when we met him, and everyone else will say it's just amazing.
Still pretty impressive, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the end result is super dope. That's all that matters.
There's a lot of talent in the room, people. There's a lot of talent here, a lot of great minds. We kind of glazed over Dre, and I wanted to make sure that we definitely make sure people know where he can find him. Before we do that, OptiView, what kind? You guys are involved here. Where can people find you guys? Website, social media?
Well, the OptiView360.com. And also on social media, OptiView360, you can find it there. Video and pictures, we got an awesome gallery of just insane stuff that's come out here as content-wise. But I mean, I still got 90% more stuff that I haven't even dropped yet because I don't have time. So it's crazy.
He's got stuff in the can, folks.
Yeah, stuff that can come out years later. So much stuff.
Dre was showing off a little earlier here, just sitting here, just hitting notes and tones that nobody that I know could do on their best day. Guys got some pipes. Talk to me. You mentioned the single earlier. It was an action.
Yeah, actions. Actions. Yeah, and show off that we have coming out in the next few days. It'll be available everywhere. Right now, actions is available on YouTube exclusively. Okay. But other than that, in the next few weeks, it'll be distributed through Empire, so it'll be everywhere.
Nice. What's your Instagram?
Anything else that you want to look for me? Instagram is @theofficial Dre Ben Frank. I'm on Pandora, iTunes, Google Play.
Beautiful.
Dre Ben Frank. Just look it up and you'll find me. Yeah.
Look them up, folks. Dre Ben Frank, biggest day, OptiView 360. We're here with WorldScout, talking about the WorldScout Music Expo. But that's all the time we have real quick. So let's go around. Everybody, say your goodbyes and anything else that you want to say before we get out of here. Thank you very much, Cyndi and Brandee.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's Mr. Wookie Walter Bam signing off.
Dre Ben Frank, and we had a lit time at Potheads today.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. See money, JB.
Cindy. Brandee, thank you for being in the Cypher once again. I am super excited about this. So I'm really glad we met you and really just, you can tell I'm a glass half full kind of guy. And when I see people doing good work in the world, it gets me excited. I'm really excited about the future of WorldScout here. But thank you for being here. We're excited to be there. We can't wait to see you there. Till next time, see money.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an artist and you've heard this and you're not fired up about this, then you must not be serious about your career, honestly, because you have opportunities like this that are there to help you succeed, not set you up to fail. A payment plan? I love Tony Robbins, but he doesn't have payment plans for his seminars, bro. He'll have you sitting there clapping your hands. I want to clap my hands too, but this is serious stuff. I mean, the average person spends $8 a day on their lunch. Don't sit there and tell me you don't have enough money to do a payment plan to possibly succeed in your dream. So shout out to our listeners. Please check out this expo. It is phenomenal. Thank you for being here, guys. We appreciate the interview. Until next time.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810. See. TimmySmithLaw.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is CWSmithLaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
The Ted Beard Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. To find out more